Hello and welcome to another episode of Clash of Lords 2. It has been a long, long ass time since I made another video. And today I am going back into it. I'm going to go back into the flow of things, continuing these videos and making sure that the quality of the contents are hot and ready. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to anyone else that has really still been sticking around. Because, to be honest, I haven't been uploading things for an extremely quite a while by now. So I just say thank you and yeah, let's go ahead and get this party started. So first and foremost is the um I want to talk about. Let me make this smaller. This makes more sense. First and foremost, I want to talk about where am I now and where are we going. So I just downloaded the update. I'm 96 level, and this is 3K, and this is where I'm at. So got the new update, and why not? Let's go ahead and check out what happened over the few as we're gone. So we got ourselves a new base, and Sandy's been trying to attack me for a while now. He's getting better at it, but no, it's still holding up. All right. So as you guys can see, the base is very much still legit. It's still powerful by itself. What I'm going to do over the couple of weeks that are coming up is I'm going to start investing uh, money into it. And the money that I'm going to get, of course, is mostly going to be YouTube money. The money that I get from YouTube, a lot of that money is really going to go right back into this game right here and to make it the best base on Amazon for, at the very least, on Amazon of Clash of Lords 2. That's my goal. And I have spent a lot of time on this game making sure that all the anesthetics, etc., all the defenses make sense. And this is what I got here. It's basically a shell. If you're new to this, I will be talking about the base some other time. It's going to be a video completely dedicated to this base, and it's basically going to say how the back works and what, like, it's a this is this is my best masterpiece, I would say. So yeah. All right. Um. If you don't know, well, if you know me on Amazon, well, uh, you could, like, people saying like, this is the best base that they've ever went up against. It is, okay. I'm just gonna say it out there. It is. I have potentially one of the top five, if not the best, the top five best base designs on this game, and I mean on across all the other platforms. I don't know, but at least the top 10 for sure. All right, and so um, this is basically the design is fine, the layout is perfect. It just needs the resource behind it to make it into the badass it is. So that's pretty much it. All right, so I had some coins, I mean some jewels, but I wasted them all before this episode. I'm trying to get some of that for this right here. No, not for that. I was trying to get it for this. Yeah, get my town hall, some more levels. I'm waiting for the next town halls, etc., so I can enhance the outer walls and make sure that they have like basically connect them like this with these walls. That's what I'm trying to wait for. But everything else is basically golden. The layout is perfectly fine. The only weakness in this base is really the heroes. It is practically simple the heroes, and this is what I'm working on. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm just gonna go real quick to the heroes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the heroes another day, but you can pause each video real quick and you can see where they're at. You can see all that stuff. So there you go. But I will really go in depth about the equipments, etc. Another video. So for you guys to, for me to really give you the idea of why I have them at these certain patterns that if you can spot out. And of course, these are the aids, and there you go. There's got her. Still working on her, but pretty much a still agent. Yes, I don't know. It's weird. I keep these around. But hey, you'll know soon enough why. And yes, there's a shit ton of these. There, I have so many eggs. All right, so that's pretty much it. So many eggs. That's pretty much it for the base. Everyone else is pretty much an A. Obviously, except for her, I'm gonna work on her and getting up with this. All right, so it's a new update, meaning there are new heroes. So we got ourselves new heroes were Peninsula, which was a few months ago. It's about 2 months, which was her. She's basically like Wonder Woman, to be honest. You know, she got the shield, the spear, which Wonder Woman has a sword, but this is it's. I mean, come on, it's practically her. All right. Yeah. What else we had? We had this guy right here, Ravager. It's pretty dope in my opinion. He's like a small, like I believe he's like a tad bit stronger version of Demon Slayer, in my opinion, or more frequent use of Demon Slayer's um divine, but you know the whole pulling thing. And oh yeah, we got some new heroes skins. Blitzbomber looks pretty nice. Glory Priest, I have a whole episode on her. Oh my god, you have no idea. It's probably gonna be my funniest episode yet. Um, and Carol the Bell, she changed, man. I like the old version of her. Like this new artist, in my opinion, is doing some pretty good designs, but like majority of them are pretty shitty in my opinion. Like, okay, they're not, and not to say that I'm any better, but there's some of these that could have been better. There's definitely like for example, this guy right here. How are you bigger than the actual thing that you're writing? This dude looks bigger than the actual thing he's writing. He could be twice as heavy as this lion or griffin that he has, and that's not good. All right, so that's that. And like, how the hell does that thing even fly? All right, Wolverine Fiend got enlightenment. This new hero got enlightenment. I really like her. Pensa, you know, Pentasilia, pretty cool name. Pentasilia, Cilia, huh? Like three first names at the same time, but she's pretty cool. I like her. What else? All right, so let's go ahead and check out the frequently new heroes that came out. So we're gonna have to go with Wolven Fiend. I mean, not came out, but that had enlightenment, etc. So while I was gone, what came out were, yeah, everyone is practically the same except for these in front. Just these. All right, here we go. We'll start with Ravager. So Ravager, as we know, is an aggressive hero, pulls random enemy to. So it's very similar to Demon Slayer with the whole pulling, except that you have him as a skill, and it's slightly less dangerous, I would say, it's because it's not divine, but it's still very much deadly. Because if you look, if we all were to go down to 25, it says pull one random hero. Now that is a one, but as you know, the higher the level, the lower the cooldown. So enemy hero prioritize range heroes, which is pretty dope in my opinion, because those range heroes are always in the back hiding. Now they're so you got to be, at least if you want to be in the safest spot, you do not want to be in the back or the first back. You want to be slightly near the back or in the middle. I would even put the middle. I just put like between the middle and the back because you have 5 heroes. So I think the number one to be the very first and number fifth to be the very last. Number four would probably be the ideal spot to put you for your safest heroes. You know, those heroes that have really powerful techniques. but not a lot of HP. So those probably be your ones that you want to place there. All right, here you go, and deals 270% attack damage and inflicts stun for 8 seconds. Ravager then sweeps his weapon around, dealing 250 attack damage to all surrounding enemies, reducing their attack damage and attack rate by 60% for 12 seconds. Also increases Ravager's damage rate by 70%. Costs 1 rage. That is pretty insane. So basically, you got heroes coming and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? He just pulls in the very last one. Whoosh, to him, and then he just knocks everyone else back. So he is really, in my opinion, like your ultimate. Let's fuck this fucker up real quick. Like this is your. I have one. Like you, this is your trump card killer. You know that one hero that you have that you've been really saving up to really do the impact on the enemy team. This is the one. This hero is there to prevent that from happening. He is there to just hook his blade, what you want to call, all the way in the back, pull the most potential, most dangerous enemy hero, pull it forward, and just wreck him by having the rest just gang up on him, right? And then of course by sweeping his weapon around and dealing 200 damage to it, and also reducing their damage attack rate by 60% for 12 seconds. So this is pretty awesome. This is pretty much, yeah, just like I said, it's like, they all gang up on one. So it's like a 1v5, or if you have if this is a defensive game, you have a bunch of reserves, out over here on this little thing. If you guys are still new, whoever is for the Bastion, you have the reserves in your formation, then this hero is practically your, let's all gang up on this one little fucker right there, and that's what it is. So he's pretty awesome. Next up, oh, actually, we're not done yet. No, we're not. We're gonna still go into him some more. So then we got ourselves Relish, which, honest, my opinion, I think is pretty awesome. It just grants invincibility for 7 seconds whenever deployed heroes takes damage greater than 20% of his or her current HP. From a hit, also heals deployed heroes for 150% of the damage taken, and forces all enemy heroes attacking them to redirect their attack to another target. Ineffective if there is no other target cooldown, 55%. Excuse me. So basically, what this is saying is like it's really a counter to Ravager's own skill. Because let's say you are the enemy, you have Ravager as an aid, as Relish, and you get pulled by him, and everyone just gang up on you. Well, that's a lot of damage coming in at the same time. So then, obviously, very much, it's going to be quite easy for you to go over 20% of your HP. And so that's going to create a shield around you, and that's going to prevent them from attacking you. So it's going to grant you invincibility for that period of time. So no stun, nothing. And then you're going to be able to you will not be able to be attacked. So that's pretty awesome. So if you were to get this on every single one of your heroes that you have on base or anywhere, this is, in my opinion, much more better, like by far, than pins on aid, because or even I would even go on to say it could even be much more powerful than Enchantress's aid, because it's jeez Christ, the English. Invisibility, it's not like stun reduction or whatchamacall, and it's not like a damage shield which runs out of damage eventually. This practically makes it that you cannot be hit. Somebody else has to be hit, and so you are set. You're not gonna get hit. And so this is why I really want to have this guy as much as possible, because I want to have as many as this. Like think about it. With Pen's aid is you basically become invincible. Your attack rate increases quite dramatically. However, you're still very much getting hit. With this, you're no longer getting hit. Everything shifts to another hero. So that goes with, let's say you were a taunt hero like Landslide, and you were taunting not only the heroes, but you're also taunting the base, the defense. Now that's a theory, more or less, but let's say you're also taunting the bases, defense, etc. This would basically make it so that nope, you cannot be hit anymore. So everything in that area has to shift their attack onto something else, onto whatever, something else, another hero. So you could imagine if your team is just full of tanks and they all have Ravager as an aid, and everyone's just going at one hero that is a partially a tank, and then he gets hit, and then the attack shifts to another tank, and then that tank gets healed, and of course you have those tanks which heal each other, you know. So you could imagine just how crazy this certain thing is. Like as just one of them or two of them, like for example, one of them I wouldn't believe is like that big of a deal because it's like one hero that's like always gonna die last. However, you get this on every one of your heroes, you're practically golden, you know. Your heroes are like they got like a guardian angel ready for them every single time, and so this is why I believe he potentially has one of the best aids in the whole game right there. Him and the other chick that's another hero that's coming up, which is probably second. All right, next is Divine Rapacity. So let's just go down. So this is the Divine skill. He's not in Enlightenment, so of course it's only 3. Knocks away surrounding enemies, prioritizing heroes. Yep, dealing 450% attack damage in an area where the heroes land and reduces their speed by 90% for 25 seconds. Ravager also absorbs 75% of damage taken by allied heroes that was inflicted by damage over time conditions and recovers the same amount of as HP. That's pretty insane. Last 60%, allied units will change targets after the skill is used. Okay. So this is a double-edged sword right here. The will change after the skill is used, but everything up is like basically pretty OP. This is pretty much making sure that he's not too OP when you think about it. Because okay, you deal a crazy amount of damage, all right, and then you also reduce their speed by 90%. Whew, 90% in anything is is just devastating for 25 seconds. Ravager also absorbs. So could you imagine how much higher this would be if this guy was enlightened for 25 seconds? Excuse me, guys. Ravager also absorbs 75% of damage taken. 75%. Is he's kind of like an abyss demon at this point. Um, that was inflicted by damage over time conditions and recovers the same amount as HP. Of course, he's not like a Bismuth, but this is similar to an extent. Okay, last 60 seconds, 60 seconds. That's pretty insane. And all our units will change targets after the skill is used. So yeah, this guy is pretty insane. And then you got Fortitude, Ravenous. As you know, I'm really bent high on defense. This is where I am. That's just how my head works. I really like it. You know, defense is the best offense. That really goes with me. So here we go. The last one, you always aim higher. Chance for Ravager to use his active skill whenever an enemy hero after the first is deployed. Chance increases at higher skill levels. Now, this doesn't mean anything. They don't give you no numbers. I don't know why, so I can't really speculate on this. I hate it when they're not specific with these things because it's all up for debate. You know, it's just chance. Well, what are the chance? You know, what's how high is this chance? There's no such thing as chance. You know, so give me a number. Is it a 50% chance, 75% chance? So this would definitely needs, in my opinion, needs to be taken fixed at least when he gets in alignment. Make sure that's clear because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. And it's most likely, of course, to keep the hero from becoming too overpowered. Because there are some heroes that are like that. They have certain things about them. It's not the whole hero, of course, but they have certain skills about them that are too overpowered, and it might shift the game off balance for a bit, and so they don't really specify it for that. I could understand that quite naturally. So this is Ravager, pretty pretty dope looking. I don't know, dragon. It doesn't really fly, so I don't know why. What's the point of the wings? A lot of the heroes here doesn't make any sense because they don't fly at all. Like, for example, Renee Vance clearly has wings, but they at least they would, excuse me, at least they would give her some flight animations. It's not impossible. You got Enchantress and also other heroes that fly, so why not? And Abyss Demon. Abyss Demon is, these are clearly wings. Like, those are clearly wings, but the dude is very much a ground running guy. So hey, all right. Next up we got Penthesilea.